What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of 9 episode. We're discussing the current anime that we're currently watching right now. And today, we're going to be talking about Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War Season 3, Episode 10. We got 3 more episodes left, guys. And from what I've looked at the schedule, is that next we're getting an episode, but then in 2 weeks, we're going to get the last 2 episodes in the same day. So that will be interesting right here. And today, arguably might have probably been the best episode of the season right there in terms of emotion, music, fighting. And we're gonna get to that, right? And the episode starts off the same episode that started off last week. We see Ashu Shishigizu, eat Pranada, I don't know. He eats him up, and Ashu Shishigizu blows up. And that happened last week's episode. So I'm gonna start by saying this. This episode should have been last week's episode. Like I don't know too many. I don't know often where it's like we the one fight is currently not done. It was switch over to a new fight. You know what I'm saying? Like last week's episode was still good, but like this should have been last week's episode because it's a continuation. It's like, hey, we're gonna stop seeing actually the Kyushu blows up and just move on to another fight. Bleach does that a lot. I feel I don't know if it's Bleach, but like I feel as though Bleach has some like it's like, hey, a fight's over or it's continuing. We're just gonna move on to another fight. I don't like that. But yeah, like I said, this episode should have been last week's episode. It only makes sense. Like I said, I don't see why you go to another new fight when this fight is currently still going on right there. Like it makes no sense to me. But whatever. Today it was still a good episode anyway, right? So as Bernadette blows up, right? Pause. He starts speaking, his little, me, this, that. But Kuroshichi noticed that his vocabulary is getting better though. He's saying I'm a Quincy and stuff like that. Like he's saying I instead of me. So very much like his speech vocabulary is getting better right there. So I'm like, oh shit, this could be a problem right here. But it wasn't looking good for him as he was getting ready, to as he's shooting his arrows, the arrows have nerves in them. So obviously we know that if Trinity gets a hold of you over his nerves, he controls you right there. And your limbs blow up and shit like that. So as he's getting ready to get hit, Nemu saves him. And it says, Nemu, why did you save me right there? I didn't order you to save me right there. You know what I'm saying? Like define an order right there. She says, oh, I'm sorry right there, right? But I like the fact that she's thinking on her own right there. And I'm like, well, first of all, we gotta say Nemu was the MVP. Well, I don't know. Let's say that for a little bit later, right there. But yeah, Nemu saves them, but he calls him Nemurai number 7, and I apologize if I got that wrong right there. But what I really liked this episode was the fact that we saw Nemu and Kurosashi working together. Now, I did take a break from Bleach after the Aizen arc. I took years off of Bleach. Like, get this off here. I stopped watching it. I didn't watch those filler episodes, so I don't know if I missed anything, and I did see the last season, obviously, but I don't really remember. This could be possibly the first time, correct me if I'm wrong, right there. But like seeing Kurosichi and Nemi work together right there, that was a great thing to see. I said I'm pretty sure I don't think we ever gotten that. Like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, right there. But like even though it was short lived, it was good to see. The lieutenant working with the captain right there. I mean, we see that happen with other captains and lieutenants, but you don't really see that too much with Nemo Kursage. I mean, Kursage will order Nemo what to do, you know what I'm saying, while he chills there, right? But them working together to defeat an enemy right there, like I really like that. I feel as though that was honestly a top moment for the season for me. It might not be a big moment, but like for me, just seeing them work together was a beautiful thing to see, even though it was short lived, unfortunately. But yes, they're fighting. They're still fighting. Printing right there, and the objective was he wants Nemu to let me see right here to let's say right here hello losers yeah, into the oh yeah, so he wanted Nemu to grab the it's one that okay, I gotta say, what did I write right here? Oh, she wanted to inject the nerve um agent into the nullified air right there because the arrows are still connected to Pernilla right there. So if she injects the into nullified arrow, it will go into Pernilla's organs and blow up right there. So that was the game plan right there. But that wasn't the case. Even though they did that, Pernita was still able to counter that and actually talking like Kenpachi right there. So Kurishi was like, God dang. So when he attaches the nerves into his opponents right there, he grabs their data. He already knows that if he's gonna be like Kenpachi, Nemu does not stand a chance right there. But as Kirsten's getting ready to die. Nemu, the look on her face right there. We've never seen that look before, ever. We have never seen it look before because it's getting serious right there. Like Nemu doesn't really have emotions on her face right there. Like she's always just says stuff like this. Still looking good though. She'll be looking good, but no emotion. But right there, that moment right there, the look on her, it was scary right there. It was a scary beautiful thing to see right there, and I loved it because she knows, her master was getting ready to die, and she once again she defied his orders, but she did say, my orders are to protect you." Because no, I want you to grow. That's your objective. But she's like, I can still show growth by protecting you right there, and I love that. I really love that. And we do get to Nemu's past as well too. To make a long story short, Nemu was Kuroshi's greatest creation, and he's very, very happy about it. And Kuroshi doesn't really show emotions. Like he doesn't really like. I mean, yeah, he laughs like that, but he doesn't really, open his emotions to somebody right there, right? So it was great to hear. Like he didn't say it, but I forgot the other dude's name. He said it, and he had this one quote right there. What I see right here. I have so much things written up right there. Creating artificial soul reapers is the dream of all soul reapers right there. So I really did like that quote right there. Like that Nemu was Kuroshi's dream, in other words. That was his dream. He made one non-living organ have a soul right there. It evolved. So like even though he's never said it's Nemu, we all know that Kuroshi deeply cares about Nemu right there. And it was like even though he's never said it, like he shows it right there. So I thought it was a beautiful thing to see. So as she saves Kuroshichi, um she goes as does she does the what's the soul scissor rate at 6% and does the move Gikun. I can't say the name right there, so I apologize right there. It blows up Perniti, but Perniti's nerves were all attached to Nemu, and she dies. And the music too, the music that was playing right there. And I said this, right? I feel as though soundtrack of the year, I had to go to Bleach right there. Like action, and action emotion right there with the soundtrack right there is just great. Like you can feel the song. Like I already saw a meme online with the McMahon me just doing this. Yeah, when that song was playing, you're like, no, no, stop it. But this episode was kind of leaning towards that Nemu was going to die right there, and it sucked to see that right there. But my God, Nemu was great, and Kuroshi was not happy. Like he wasn't gonna cry, but deep down he wanted to cry right there. Deep down he wanted to cry. He was feeling like shit. Like I said, I'm like Nemu, damn, 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 why? Why, man? I was just very, very sad about that. I was. But as she blows up and her organs are still around, Perniti was eating their remains up, right? But Kuroshi still took, her cerebrum right there. But as Perniti was eating Nemu up the remains, he started feeling not so great. Kuroshi was like, "Oh, what's wrong?" "Oh yeah, she had a self-destruct in her right there, so you're gonna die right there." And like I said, even the soundtrack to that right there, I'm like, oh my God, like the soundtrack was just awesome right there. This like even when it's just like not singing, it's still the instrumentals for a lot of these things are just great. And just seeing that happen right there, I'm like, oh God, man. Bye bye, Pernita. Peace, good riddance. So Pernita blows up. I mean, I don't know if the guy's still alive I guess he said because Kurisuchi is walking away, but eventually, Trinity still had, his nerves on Kurisuchi's leg right there, and he falls down. But luckily, Squad 11 picks him up, takes him to the resting pods, and we see some familiar faces. We see, Hitsugaya and Rangyuku, arrive, and they're not zombies anymore because Kurisuchi saved them. And Hitsugaya gave his thanks to Kurisuchi. Squad 11 gave their thanks to Kurisuchi because they saved their Captain Saraki, which now Kurisuchi and Kenpachi are in the tier or in the resting pods, and Kurisuchi was like, "Damn, people are thanking me today. How unfortunate." You know what I'm saying? But he did say, "Urahara, I got one on you right there. I made a soul from nothing evolve right there. So I win. I want to look at your face right now, but I'm just showing the seat right now because I'm resting. But I win. I'm the smart one." You know what I'm saying? It's like even though you got beat up, it's like you're saying, "I still won. I still won. I did you. Now I'm gonna go rest." But this is probably my favorite episode of the season so far. And I would never thought that me saying that Captain Kurisuchi and them would be the reason for my favorite episode of the series so far. Of the season at least. Like we still got 3 more episodes to go, but you would never hear me say that Kurisuchi and Nemu were the reason why were my favorite episodes of the season so far. You would never see me say that. You wouldn't. But after the credits, we see some of the Quincy's those 5 Quincy girls, the zombie girl and the girl that eats people, you know, around at the royal at the go around the royal palace right there, and the zombie girl still brings the 3 other girls here. So it was cool to see those 5 Quincy girls still be out there. So it was cool to see that. But as they're fighting the guards, they still had those lit little monsters on them right there, from Yuba, which is kind of creepy. But right at the end, Holtzwatch was like, "Why is Ura at at Iron's ass, whatever it's called right there?" Because every time we saw Ura, we saw Uryu, we saw Hans was just watching him. Hans was like, I know what you're doing, I know what you're doing." But we see Bass B appear. He's like, Hans was like, "What are you doing? What am I doing? You should be asking how am I still alive?" So we're finally gonna get that Bass B and Hotswatch fight right there. So that should be good. But like I said, I feel as though this was the best episode of the season so far. This is my opinion. We got 3 episodes to go right there, so I can't wait to see how it ends. But whatever you guys think, please give this video a like, please give it a comment, please share the video, follow me on social media accounts in the description box below. And always remember, there is no such thing as life better years. That's what J. Cole said. And obviously subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.